Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about data pre-processing methods using Excel functions. So first of all, we are going to look at what is data pre-processing. So data pre-processing is a simple method. Data pre-processing is the concept of changing the raw data into a clean data set. The dataset is pre-processed in order to check missing values, noisy data and other inconsistencies before executing it to the algorithm. So the data we are selecting for data mining, machine learning and other data science tasks may consist so many errors such as missing values, noisy data and other inconsistencies. So we need to clean this data before we are giving this data to such tasks. So the process in which we are cleaning this data is known as data pre-processing. Now we are going to look at some of the essential functions in Excel. First one is if. Using this function, we can automate decision making in our spreadsheet. So we can go to the practical section for this in Excel. For demonstrating this function, we are going to check whether if the horsepower of the Datsun is greater than or less than 100. So for that, first we write equal if, open the bracket, and now write the condition. If Datsun, that is D4 is less than or greater, least less than 100, and if it is less than 100, type yes. If it is not, type no, and then close the bracket and click enter. So here we can see that it is no, so that the horsepower of the Datsun is less than 100. And then next function is trim. This is one of the important function in Excel. This function, using this function, we can remove extra spaces in our data. So there may be extra spaces in our data. We can remove those spaces using this function. So here we can see that there are so many extra spaces in this column. So we can remove these extra spaces using the trim function. For that, we are selecting a blank cell and then typing set trim, opening the bracket, and then select a cell which we want to remove the space, and then close the bracket and then click enter. Now we can see that the extra spaces between Rx and 4 has been removed here, and we can drag this to the bottom. So we can see that all the extra spaces in this row and these columns are removed here. So now we can use this trim function to remove all the extra spaces in every columns and rows in each data set. The next function is concatenate. This function combines the values from multiple cells into one, which means we can combine the values of different cells into a single cell. Here we are going to concatenate two different cells, that is Toyota and Corolla. For that, select a blank cell and write equal to concatenate, and then open a bracket and write the cell in which Corolla and Toyota appears. That is, Toyota is in A8 and Corolla is in B8. So that A8 comma, and write a double quotes, then comma B8. Then close the bracket and click enter. So here we can see that the Toyota and Corolla has been concatenated. The next one is maximum and minimum function. These functions helps in finding maximum and minimum in a range of values. We can find the maximum and minimum value in a specific column or row using this function. We can use the minimum and maximum function to determine the minimum and maximum value in a certain column. For that, first we are going to look the minimum in CYL column. For that, select a blank column, blank cell, then click equal and write mean. Open a bracket and select the row for finding the minimum value. For that, I am selecting the CYL column and then closing the bracket and click enter. So here we can see that the minimum value in this CYL column is 4. Similarly, for finding the maximum, we are using the command equal max. Similarly, opening the bracket and selecting the same column, then closing the bracket and click OK. Here we can see that the minimum value in the corresponding column is 4 and the maximum value in the corresponding column is 8. This is how we use the minimum and maximum functions. Sometimes our dataset may contain many number of duplicate elements. So there is a function called remove duplicates. Using this function, we can remove the duplicate values in our dataset. Here in the dataset, some of the rows are repeated. So we need to remove these rows in the data pre-processing section. So for that, we need to select the data in the above toolbar and click the remove duplicate function. Here we need to select the columns contain duplicates. So these are automatically selected. Then click OK. Then we will get a pop-up message that 2 duplicate values found and removed. 30 unique values remain. OK. Here we can see that the duplicate values were removed. So this remove duplicate function can be used to remove duplicate from the given data set. In this section, we have discussed that how automate decision making, combines the value, remove extra spaces, finding maximum and minimum number, and remove duplicates. These are some of the essential functions in data pre-processing method using Excel functions. Thank you.